Of course, when it comes to this point of the meet, when you're the only competitor left, you don't have a clock that you have to meet to take your jump. You have as much time as you want to try and get that jump up. But if they don't have the marker up at the moment, but I would say that bar is close to maybe about 7 feet or so.
His best was 6'9" coming in.
And what he probably did is he's won the meet at this point, so what he probably elected to do is instead of try and match that, he's probably trying to push his boundaries a little bit here by putting up the bar at a height that he can probably try and increase that personal best at.
He also is running from the middle of the end zone. He is taking as much space as he can. By the way, the competitors are lining up in the boys 3200. We'll get you that field coming up in a matter of moments. Stevens gets one more try, whatever this height is, because he's missed the last two. They're getting everybody around to kind of put their hands together and see if he can clear this bar at least one more time. Let's take a look. Can he get it done?
Oh, wow. He almost got it. Maybe just jumped a little bit too far into the bar, and that just was a little bit clipping on the way up. But still, he has the height to clear that. That was an excellent attempt there.
You see the official shaking his hands. That tells you, yep, night's done. Competition's done at this point. So congratulations, that young man, as we assume he is the champion in the high jump here for the MIC. And so with that, we will turn our attention to the action back on the track in the 3,200-meter final. Hayden Monk, you can say he's the favorite. His best time is 30 seconds clear of anybody else in the field, the young man from North Central.
I'd say that's a favorite time.
Carter Norris, Nick Anderson of Lawrence North. Emmett Tuison of North Central. Adam Cheney of Lawrence Central. Daniel Camacho of Ben Davis. Simon Boslett of Pike. Ethan Carter of Lawrence Central. Tadarius Clark of Lawrence Central. Jude Hawkins of Pike. Goday and Nweedy of Ben Davis, and Gabe Wagner of Warren Central round out the 12 runners in the field here in this one. But Monk's time, 9:51.49.
And that that's best in the mix so far this season, but so far the best time overall in the state this year by Reese Kilbarger Stump of Columbus North, 8:55.22. And, of course, that's just 4 seconds off of the state record set by Futsum Zena Selassie of North Central back in 2012, 8:51.
And Futsum is one of the most well-known distance runners at the high school level that this state has ever seen.
Absolutely. Winning state championships all 4 years in cross country.
So our 3,200-meter final is underway. That is Monk that is currently in second position. So the North Central runners currently 2 and 3. They're wearing numbers 1 and 4. Monk and Tuison for North Central.
And it looks like that might be Ethan Carter of Warren Central out front, setting the pace early. And again, Hayden Monk was competitive in the 1,600 meters earlier tonight. He ended up finishing, I believe it was second. I can't quite remember exactly where he finished, but he was competitive among the top 3. But still, he has that race already under his belt tonight. So altogether, he's going to be going 3 miles. He's finished third place, did Monk, earlier in the night. And so, but this is more of his race. This is more of his style. He likes to let the laps wind down and then just kind of let the stamina come to him throughout the race.
That is Adam Shady of Lawrence Central.
Also in on that 1,600 earlier tonight.
It is, sir. We saw him kind of fade late in the 1,600, which means you kind of worry about what left in the tank here in the 3,200 for him.
But it's Cheney out in front right now, setting the pace.
By the way, the latest score up then on the boys' side, Lawrence North by 3.5 points, leading Warren Central. On the girls' side, North Central 5 points clear of Warren. But again, you pointed out that the 3,200 results likely have given the girls' championship to North Central.
On the boys' side, though, going back to Lyle's high jump performance right there for Warren Central, those were some big points out of the high jump there to keep it close in the boys' section.
So it's Cheney 1, Monk 2 on lap number 2 of the boys' 3,200. And Monk's best time, 9:51.49 on the season. We'll get you that result of the boys' high jump once they are posted.
I'm certainly anxious to see how that lineup plays out, depending on the score.
The boys' high jump, the only event on the boys' side other than the race that's being run and the one that's about to be run that have yet to be posted. That event is now done. Cheney 1, Monk 2. With 6 laps left to go.
And so Cheney's kind of pushing the pace a little bit here. It's getting a little quick, and Monk is just sticking right with him, not letting him get too far out of reach. Otherwise, he'd have a lot of work to do later on in the race.
Cheney's best time, 10:31.05.
Cheney for Lawrence Central. And then North Central's Hayden Monk. Monk was 50th this year at the Carmel Showcase, which is a big 3,200-meter specific event that they run every single year. And so you get heat after heat after heat of 3,200-meter races there at Carmel, culminating in a fast final. Of course, Monk has only eclipsed the 10-minute mark once last year, and that was at the Marion County Championships where he placed 5th.
So Monk and Cheney separating themselves from the rest of the pack.
And again, North Central and Lawrence Central kind of duking it out for the top 2 points right here, but both schools are kind of out of the picture when it comes to the boys' championship standings, so the points race is really back in that big gaggle of competitors back behind them when it comes to the team championship.
Yeah, there's 1 and 2, and then there is a 7-runner pack behind them. They're the 3 runners that kind of tailed off the back of this field already.
So far, so good here, and Cheney is looking pretty comfortable so far, and now you see kind of a stiff rain starting to fall.
And Cheney, the number 5 seed in this event, coming into it. It was a pretty well-packed field once you took Monk kind of off the top of the field.
And that just goes to show you here, it's like Cheney's setting the pace, but Monk is just sitting right there and waiting. Monk, again, the only sub-10-minute runner in this field so far, and he's just looking very comfortable letting Monk, and again, using kind of a little bit of a draft here, letting Cheney burn off all of that wind energy there and expending more energy, hopefully to use that to his advantage here going on as we hit the halfway point.
Now, the midway point, this is being run at what would be a just north of 10-minute pace. It's about a 7 or 8 second gap from the guys that are 1 and 2 to, again, what is a 7-man pack behind them.
So if Monk wants to go sub-10 here, probably wants to start putting a little bit of pressure on Adam Cheney. But again, time isn't of the essence right now. It's points. And so there you have North Central, and I believe Lawrence North, they're 2nd and 3rd, or 3rd and 4th.
And for Lawrence North, it is Carter Norris and Nick Anderson, the 2 runners that are in that pack.
And so key points there for Lawrence North to try and hold on to.
Back to the front of the field. Range Cheney 1, Monk 2. There'll be 3 laps to go once these guys get to the start-finish line.
There's a little bit of a surge in the back pack now.
By the way, Carter's starting to drop off a little bit. They have left him in the dust as pace is picked up. Those are the runners 3 through 8 that you see on your screen there.
So Ethan Carter of Warren Central dropping off. Again, he's been Warren Central's only hope right now in this 3,200. And it looks like he's going to be out of scoring position, which is good news for Lawrence North as far as the championship.
Monk content to let Cheney lead the pace here. Monk has been in this spot for about 4 laps at this point.
Yes, he has. And you see the rain really starting to come down now right at the end of the lap. Now, when I was running cross country in high school, I always enjoyed running in the rain because you always felt refreshed. So I don't know how, I can't speak to these athletes here, but still, you just take the conditions as they come.
So we'll update you on the time. With 2 laps left to go.
And now here you see Hayden Monk as he going to probably try and start to push the pace now here with 800 meters left.
Monk crosses the start-finish line at 7:39. It is Lawrence North 3 and Pike 4, kind of behind the activity. Now it is Monk. Cheney is staying with them. They simply have kind of reversed their spots from what they were for the majority of this race. Has Monk been conserving energy this entire time, just kind of waiting for the last 800-meter kick.
And now he's starting to extend a little bit as they've got about 600 meters left to go, and he's going to start leaving Cheney in the dust. And that's exactly how the strategy is supposed to play out. You just sit and wait and then let your competitors burn off more energy than you, and then just take it home from there.
And again, as you have talked about, the rain is really starting to come down here at Pike High School. Gap of about 5 to 10 meters now for Monk in favor of Cheney. And the pack from third on back has really made no dent in these two guys at all. So as Monk passes the start-finish line, 8:55, it is 3 seconds back to Cheney. Again, Lawrence North third, Pike fourth.
So he's capable of doing a 60-second 400 here if he wants to. He's probably not going to, but he could really kick it on because he has a lot of left in the tank. But here comes Cheney a little bit. He's starting to kick it in a little bit from in second place.
Going back to fifth, it is Tuison for North Central. But again, it is Monk that has I wouldn't say substantial lead, but clearly a lead. And now there's a bit of a gap from, say, third and fourth back to fifth, sixth, and seventh. Although Carter is on the charge for Warren Central, he has worked his way back up to sixth.
And again, Warren Central needs to get every point they can.
Back to the front of the field. It will be Hayden Monk that will win. Hayden will not match his top time tonight, but he will be the clear winner of the boys 3,200. He will not hit sub 10. Cheney by far has his best 3,200 of the season. Monk at about 10:07. Cheney will finish sub 3 seconds back. It is Boslett from Pike who will finish in third. And then it'll be either Norris or Anderson from Lawrence North that will finish in fourth. Carter from Warren Central finishes in fifth. Tuison of North Central finishes in sixth. Daniel Camacho and Ben Davis checks in seventh.
So big points there for Carter for Warren Central, but still Lawrence North able to outscore him a little bit here in this one. But a heck of a race by Hayden Monk, but still impressive by Adam Cheney, improving by 21 seconds on his season best to run 10:10. Nicely done there by him.
As the rain comes down, we'll take this quick timeout. We'll come back with our final events of the evening. The 4x400 relays, girls and boys. And we'll wrap it up when we return to Pike High School. You're watching the Mick Track and Field Championships here on the ISC Sports Network. McCulling in time. Oh, no! It's good.
This one is caught.
There you go.
Wow, Dawson makes a great catch.
Spin, win, 3, bury it for Leland Walker.
Tie the game they do with the dunk by Malik Edmonds. What a play.
Oh, my goodness.
I feel a little momentum starting to fall Ellen's way.
Wrestler! Wrestler! Whoa!
Brewer jams it home.
That ball wiggles in and into the back of the net.
A little fireworks in the first half.
Throw it up for Tillman.
Whoa, my goodness.
122.60 for Penn. What a swim. Six of them.
Back with our final couple of events of the night. Again, the rain held off for as long as it could. It is not holding off now. It is time for the 4x400 meter relay finals. First, the girls and the boys to wrap up our what is now a rainy night here at Pike High School. Greg Rakestraw, Kurt Darling with you on the ISC Sports Network. And again, North Central is the favorite in this event. their best time as a team, 5 seconds faster than anybody else here in this field.
And, of course, depending on who they decide to run in these legs, you consider you might have Ramaya Elliott in it as well, but still very capable runners as well in Janae Bailey, Leela Jewell in there could be as well, Cassidy Jones. They have such a consistent team and just a very deep team that they can choose from to get it done when it comes to this 4x400-meter relay.
Other results to share with you. The boys' shot put. Jaden Freeney of Lawrence North was your winner. Distance 59 feet and 3 inches. David Lara Gonzalez of Ben Davis finished second. Quinn Schiller the second of Warren Central finishes third. Romaro Ward and Josh Mickens, a couple of pretty fair football players there of those two, go fourth and fifth respectively. Let's give you the girls' discus results. Tracy Gooch of North Central, your winner. Her distance 120 feet and 7 inches. Nadia Watson of Warren Central, Cheyenne Hodges of Pike, Mackenzie Velasquez of North Central, and Ashley Gelfius of Lawrence North round out your top 5 finishers in the girls' discus.
Tracy Gooch was 10th in the girls' discus last year at the IHSAA state finals. Of course, didn't have the performance that she wanted to have in the MIC Outdoor last year, but was finally able to secure a championship for herself this year.
So again, the 4x4 competitors are lining up. North Central in lane 5, Lawrence Central lane 3, Warren Central lane 4, Pike in lane 6, Lawrence North in 7th, and Ben Davis in lane number 8.
And so here, 4x400-meter relay or the 1,600-meter relay, however you want to refer to it. You go a full cumulative full mile around this facility between the 4 competitors, and all the exchanges will be happening right in front of the start-finish line with the blue arrows in the exchange zone. So it's the same rules as the 4x100-meter relay. You have to make the exchange inside the blue arrows based on where you are. Now, the first, as you see right there on your screen. Now, that's for the stagger, though. Now, when they're going to be doing the second, third, and third exchanges, that is a fixed exchange zone similar to what you see in the 4x800-meter relay. And so the competitors will be staying in their lane for the first leg, and then they'll be stay in their lane for the first turn of the second leg before they hit the break zone on the other side of the facility.
Does the wet track have an effect on this race whatsoever?
Not really, because most competitors are running in spikes, so you have a lot of grip into this rubber track, so it shouldn't be too much of an issue. If anything, the rain affects more of the mental side of things, depending on whether you like running in the rain or don't like running in the rain. But all in all, you shouldn't have too much of an issue, but still, it can be a little slippery out there if you don't get your right footing.
Give the updated points totals. North Central leads the girls' championship by 18.5 points. The boys' championship could come down to what happens in the 4x400-meter relay. At last update, Lawrence North, 3.5 points clear of Warren Central. Ben Davis currently has vaulted into third position.
Again, that's 20 more points than what Ben Davis was projected to score tonight, so based off of the seeding time. So excellent performance tonight by the Lady Giants. And as far as the girls team, by the boys Giants rather, in the girls side though, North Central, they've secured the championship at this point regardless of what happens in the 4x4.
Yeah.
So congratulations to the Panthers.
For North Central, that is with every event other than this one being reported. The boys 3,200 and high jump scores have yet to be added, and the high jump score is going to be a very good one for Warren Central.
Indeed,
so
it will.
Keep that in mind.
So here you see the competitors getting ready. So it doesn't look like we're going to be seeing Ramaya Elliott, as far as I can tell, here in this 4x4. But again, that's okay because North Central, they have such a deep squad, they can just go right to anybody to be able to have a good performance and turn in a good time.
So Warren Central going to take lane number 1, looks like.
For Warren Central, you might see J.C. Merchant as well as Julia Vaden.
North Central in lane number 2. Lawrence North appears to be in lane number 4. Ben Davis out in front of the field in lane number 5. Looks like 5 will take to the track in this event. Pike in lane number 3. Final event for the girls. And we're underway.
Again, optional to start out of the blocks if you want to. All 5 teams competing, choosing to do so. And again, you'll see them stay in their lane all the way around the track for this first leg.
Looks like Lawrence Central will not be fielding a team in this final event of the night.
Meanwhile, Cassira Simmons leading things off here for Ben Davis, and she's holding the lead, at least for the moment. But Megan Barnum has certainly had a good meet as far as the relays are concerned. She's sticking right there with her. So here you'll see the first exchange. They'll stay all the way through to the blue exchange zones. And depending on where you start on the track, sometimes it can feel like you're doing more than one lap, but really you are running about maybe 395 meters or so altogether.
Ben Davis 1, 2 Lawrence North, 3 for Pike. Fantastic handoff by North Central, and North Central is off and flying in lane number 2.
And I believe that's Ramaya Elliott running the second leg. I think it is. No, it's not actually. Same stride though, but still, it just goes to show you how interchangeable these runners are for North Central.
Warren Central making up some serious ground on the backstretch.
That's Jyla Vaden.
As the rain continues to pick up in intensity here at Pike High School.
So interesting, they move Vaden to the second leg here, and she really made up that stagger quite quickly.
Warren Central might have been 3rd or 4th at the time of the handoff, but they will be first. Warren 1, North Central 2, Ben Davis 3, LN 4, and Pike 5. Here comes North Central charging back to the front. We see some of the competitors at the back of the field starting to pick up the pace as well. This one not over with just yet. North Central 1, Warren Central 2. Ben Davis and Pike virtually identical. Dropped baton for Lawrence North at the back of the field.
But now the disqualification rules for a drop baton don't apply once they are out of their lane. So you can drop the baton as long as it stays in the exchange zone, which is what happened there.
North Central gaining some space. Down the back straightaway, going into turn number 3.
Headlong into some torrential rain.
Warren Central hanging on to second.
And that's J.C. Merchant coming up in second here for Warren.
But it's North Central that has clearly pulled away. Heading to the 4th and final leg. Pike is now in 3rd place. Ben Davis currently in 4th, and Lawrence North in 5th. Merchant trying to make up some speed here for Warren Central. Still a sizable lead for North Central. And Panthers will win the team championship. Will they win the final relay of the night as well? Warren 2, Pike 3, BD 4, and LN about to make the handoff right here. Pike is making up some ground on Warren in the fight for second place. It is a charge for Pike down that backstretch.
And that's Caressa Addison, I believe. Either that or Taylor Johnson coming up here for the final leg.
Well, that is the best battle on the track, but clearly North Central, here they have wrapped up the team championship, and they're going to win it going away in style by winning the 4x400 meter relay.
And this is going to be a quick time.
Their best time of the year, 4:05. I think they'll beat that. Here comes Pike making a charge. It's not over with just yet. North Central now does beat that time. It ends up being about 4:03, 4:04. Pike second, Warren Central third, Ben Davis fourth, and Lawrence North will finish in 5th here in the 4x400.
Just the icing on the cake of a dominant night here for North Central, in spite of the fact that they had a little bit of pressure from Lawrence North, but North Central was able to get a whole bunch of performances down the stretch, and it's a 4x4 championship for North Central as well as a team championship.
So North Central will finish the meet with 164.5 points. Lawrence Central will come in second. Pike will come in third. Lawrence North will come in 5th. Ben Davis 5th. Lawrence North 4th. Ben Davis 5th. And Lawrence Central 6th. Will be how the girls meet will be decided. And now you see the boys teams heading to the start-finish line for the final event of the evening.
And here you have Ben Davis as the overall favorite, only by just a little bit here, Greg. Warren Central just right there within a second in the team seedings.
We can still wait to see the 3,200 results and the boys' high jump totals officially added to the points standings. Before that, Lawrence North led Warren Central by 3.5 points. Again, Warren Central made up some points in terms of the high jump. North Central had the points from the 3,200 in terms of the top spot. Saw a great final charge by a Warren Central runner late in that event, trying to pick up some points for them. So really, between LN and Warren Central, watch how those two finish wherever they are on the track. Watch how those two finish in this event.
Hopefully we get those results here soon that are left, because I'm really anxious to see how close the score is, if it is close, considering the final results of those events.
So again, the seedings in this one: Ben Davis 1, Warren Central 2, Pike 3, North Central 4, Lawrence North 5, and Lawrence Central in 6th.
Brian Stevens for Warren Central making up some points in the boys pole vault. 11-6 winning that tonight. So again, just more points for Warren Central to try and make up that deficit.
The rain continuing to come down here at Pike High School. I'm glad we're going indoors for our events tomorrow on the ISC Sports Network. Hoosier Region All-Star Game and Knightstown, the famous Hoosier Gym. And tomorrow night it is the women's induction banquet for the Indiana Basketball Hall of Fame. The legend Rita Price serves as the master of ceremonies for that event. Coverage begins at 6 on the ISC Sports Network and all of the ISC Sports Network social media channels.
Of course, we appreciate the turnout of fans that were here for a while, in spite of the weather. Always such a cool shot watching rain fall in the stadium lights. Still have some people sticking around, some dedicated fans watching these student athletes compete the best they can.
And we will wrap up our coverage in quick fashion, knowing that our guys have been out there on cameras now for about 4 hours and been dealing with rain for the last 30 minutes or so. Can't thank them enough for their hard work tonight.
This final race on the track, you're reminded that to please stay away from the track as this boys 4x400 meter competition.
So the 4x4 competitors are getting ready.
And what makes this event so fun for track and field enthusiasts is the fact that it's always the last event. Every other event is usually done by this point. And so everybody on the infield, all the competitors are all over the track just cheering on their competitors in this final event, because sometimes it literally comes down to the results of this race to decide who wins the meet.
Lawrence North will be in lane number 1. Ben Davis will be in lane number 5. Warren Central is going to be in lane number 4, looks like.
So for Warren Central, you'll probably see Brian Stevens as well as Xavier Wills. 400 and 800 meter specialist. Stevens winning the high jump earlier tonight. Success at Adenguba for Ben Davis, going to be leading things off, as well as Mark White and Rafe Miller as well. So lots of distance talent as well as speed making up these teams.
So final event of the evening. Best time of the year of this group belonged to Ben Davis. 3:26.14. North Central's going to be in lane number 3. Looks like LC's going to be in lane 6.
And again, only five teams
It looks like I'm not sure Pike is going to be fielding a team here in the 4x400, looks like.
Does not appear to be.
Chris Curry, make sure everybody is ready to go.
And it looks like one of the teams might be lined up in the wrong lane here, as you can see the perplexed look on Curry's face there, but try and get everybody figured out. Yeah, so they had, looks like Lawrence Central might have been lined up in the wrong lane. Or no, looks like Ben Davis they had to readjust.
You see the Bears ready to go.
All right, updated team standings for the men. 5 points separate Lawrence North and Warren Central going into the final event.
That is with all results posted other than this one. It's 3.5 points to be precise.
3.5 points.
So Warren Central would have to win this and have Lawrence North finish no better than third.
So, needless to say, a little bit of pressure on this race going into this one.
And again, from a seeding standpoint, Warren is the 2 seed. Lawrence North is the 4 of this group.
So that lines right up there. If Warren were to come away with the win, Lawrence North, again, would have to finish no better than third for Warren to come back and take this championship. But of course, as a competitor right now, I mean, you know the meet's on the line, but you're not really aware of the scoring when you're in this particular situation. You're just focused on the race.
Runners ready. And our last event of the night is underway. LN in lane 1, North Central in lane 3, Warren in lane 4, Ben Davis in lane 5, and lane 6 belongs to Lawrence Central.
Ben Davis already making up the stagger, as is Warren.
Warren out to the lead, heading into the far turn. But a pretty bunched up field as they make their way around the turn and head for the home stretch in front of the fans that are sticking out the rain here at Pike High School.
So you've got Khalil Wynn, Success Adebunga, and Amarian Sanders all bunched up right there.
It's Ben Davis that has the lead heading into the first handoff of the 4x400. Warren Central 2. Third is Lawrence Central. Fourth is North Central. Not much difference so far. Best handoff goes to Ben Davis. Warren Central in second. LC and North Central currently third and fourth, and Lawrence North is trailing, which again for the team championship is awfully big.
And so here you have Grant Coburn, or actually no, that's Xavier Wills of Warren Central.
We saw him running the 800 earlier, and look at North Central flying to make up some time here.
And that's Josh Merriweather, I believe. Really coming on strong.
So 3-man battle at the front of this field. LN and LC trying to make up ground. Ben Davis 1, North Central 3, Warren Central 2. Again, Ben Davis has third secured for this event. Here comes Warren on the charge.
And that gives Warren the lead.
Which is what Warren needs, and Lawrence North right now is in fifth. This is shaping up exactly as the Warriors need it to go. Right now it would be 10 points for Warren Central, 3 for Lawrence North.
And so here is Grant Coburn.
Or 4 for Lawrence North, excuse me. So Warren Central 1, Ben Davis 2. North Central 3, LC 4, and LN mired back in fifth.
Coburn trying to hold the inside line here, but Ben Davis coming around.
Frankly, second is good enough from the team picture for Warren Central.
It is still good enough right now, but Warren Central probably can't afford to give up any more.
There is a significant gap between 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Final handoff of the night. Handoff made almost simultaneously between Ben Davis and Warren Central. And now North Central 3, Lawrence Central 4. LN still stuck in fifth.
And so Rafe Miller of Ben Davis going to be the anchor leg here for the Giants.
Again, it's Ben Davis 1, Warren Central 2. LN trying to make up ground on the back end.
And it doesn't look like it's going to happen.
Final action of the night. Again, Ben Davis starting to pull away. Warren's trying to match him step for step.
And here we go.
Comes the charge. Fight to the finish in this 4x400. Warren stepping in front. And Warren Central will get him by a stride.
And with that, the team championship.
North Central 3, LC 4, and Lawrence North 5. And again, by our math, that puts Warren Central in front of Lawrence North to win the MIC Track and Field Championship.
Of course, unofficially right now, still have to go through the final judging. But if the result holds up, that's the end of the ball game, and that gives Warren Central the championship. A well-executed race there by the Warren Central 4x4 team. They were able to just keep them stride for stride and really fight at the end there.
Well, with the weather conditions being what they are, we're going to allow our camera guys to get dry and get inside and put an end to the activities here at Pike this evening. Tremendous effort given by everybody involved here at Pike High School. Kurt, an absolute pleasure. Thanks for your time and your expertise this evening.
Likewise, thanks for having me.
North Central, again, your champions on the girls' side. We believe it's Warren Central, your champions on the boys' side. For Alan Hughes, George Shue, and our entire technical staff at ISC, this is Greg Rakestraw. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you tomorrow from the Hoosier Gym. You've been watching the MIC Track and Field Championships here on the ISC Sports Network.
Personal belongings, team blocks, batons, and implements. Trash bags are available at the timing tent.
They're going to take camera 3 in the press box and break it down.